and welcome to Wednesday. Hope we're all having a lovely week so far. I wanted to talk to you guys today about the power of actually trusting yourself and you're not placing so much importance on what other people think. I see a lot of people, they kind of get stagnant in a place where they're waiting for someone to tell them the answer. They're waiting for someone to tell them it's okay to do that, or what is the next step. And this can cause a lot of anxiety and analysis paralysis when you're constantly listening for, what does this person think I should do? What does this person think I should do? What does that person think I should do? What does the book think I should do? What does the internet think I should do? And you come up with all of these answers that are conflicting, that you may not necessarily agree with, and you try to work out what is the best, actual place to go. What is the next step you should take, and whether this is even a good idea. The thing is that we actually know a lot more than we think that we do. Your inner truth and your inner knowing is so much more powerful than you think that it is. If we could just stop for 10 minutes and stop listening to all the stuff that's coming out to us, stop listening to what Bob, Joe, and Susan are trying to tell us, and spend 10 minutes and ask ourselves some questions. Asking yourself some questions are a really powerful thing to do, because you can actually come up with your own answers. As an example, what do I want to do? If you ask that question and then allow yourself to respond, you might actually come up with some answers of what to do next, because you now know what you want to do. It's not Bob, Joe, and Susan telling you what you want to do next, which can be quite frustrating. How will I go about doing it? It's really, really powerful. Often we might come to the idea of, or come to the conclusion of what we want to do, and then we're running around asking Bob, Joe, and Susan, how we should go about that. Should I do this first? Should I go there first? Maybe I should do some research first. Maybe I should jump in here first. Maybe I should get a job. Whatever. Ask yourself, how am I going to go about this? And often we can just come up with some answers. Hello, Ben. Hello, Adriana. The next question we might ask is, will this make me happy? Will going ahead with this actually make me happy? I might want to do these things, and is this, or maybe someone's told us we should be doing this, and hey, Steve, how you going? Yes, absolutely, exactly right. It is. And that's a really, really good point. Maybe it shouldn't be Bob, Joe, and Susan's ideas of how we should go about it. Maybe it should be our own, even if they are completely different to what everyone else has done. Maybe we should be doing it in our own way that we thought up in our own head, because the world has lots of replicas of everything. Maybe it should be done in our own way. And I guess another question, a really good question to ask is this important to you? Yeah. If you're going along a venture and you're doing something, or maybe you've started something that someone else said was a good idea, or you're going to take a step first that someone else has maybe mentioned to you, is this important to you? Is what you're about to do really important to you? Are you spending your time on things that are actually important to you, or is it just because it was someone else's idea of what you should actually be doing? We assume that other people know more than us. But guess what? All the other people around you that are telling you should do this, X, Y, and Z, they are just people exactly the same as you are. You are no greater. They are no greater than you are. They don't know more than you do. They just have their own personal opinion and their own concept of the world around them based on their own experiences. That is all that they have. But we don't give ourselves enough credit for being able to make decisions on our own, for being able to listen to our own selves and listen to our inner knowing and making decisions based on that. All the rest of the people, even the biggest thought leaders of the world, they are still just people with their own ideas from their own experiences of the world, and that is the only opinions that they're giving to you. It's not that it's the be-all, end-all. It's just their ideas from their experiences. And yeah, sure, some people that have gone down a road that you're trying to go down, that have been through the things that you're trying to go through, might have some advice for you. And that's a nice thing to listen to, but take it on just as advice. It's not the be all and end all. You don't need their approval, and they don't need to say that it's the right thing to do, or that it's a good thing to do for you to be able to go and do it. Because all the big change, the really cool things that happened in this world happened because someone went along a road that was different to everyone else's. And they decided that what they thought would be true, what they thought was the right idea, was going to be right, and they just did it anyway, regardless of what Bob, Joe, and Susan had to say about it. And along that as well, maybe it's also sometimes important to keep some of these things to yourself. You don't need to tell every single person that you meet all of your dreams, all of your ideas, all of your problems, all of the things that are going on. You can actually keep it to yourself, so you don't have to have the opinions of the other people coming at you for you to then have to sort through. If you keep it to yourself, you can then answer your own questions. You can solve your own problems with your own inner knowing, because you don't have the rest of the world's opinions to actually, you know, destroy what you know to be true. Because you get Joe's opinion, you get Susan's opinion, you get Bob's opinion, you get the Facebook guy's opinion, you get that guy over there, you read a book about it, and you're like, well, now I don't know what is true. I don't know what, maybe it's like there's 18 things here that could be real, and I don't know what to do about it. If we just keep some things to ourselves and stop looking outward for all of the answers and start looking inward for the answers, we might not get so confused and so stagnant, because we're having analysis paralysis, because we've got too much goddamn shit to analyze, yeah? So that's all it is for me today. Learn to trust yourself, learn to ask your own self the questions of what you should be doing, and just remember that you are just exactly the same as all the people that are telling you the information. You're just a person just as they are. They are no better than you. They don't have more knowledge than you. They don't know more. You have just as much as they do, so you can actually answer your own questions and make your own decisions if you just damn well trust yourself. Cool? I'm out. Have an awesome Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.